So lately I've been hearing from a lot of people who are looking to either do YouTube or TikTok or blogging full-time in 2024, people who are going to be their own boss for the first time in their lives and who are seeking out advice. So in this video I've compiled all of my best tips and tricks and all the things I have learned and developed in the last 4 or 5-ish years that I've been doing YouTube full-time, working for myself full-time, and making 6 figures. Everything that helps me to fully keep my ish together, having started in a place where I definitely did not have anything together. So the first thing I have definitely talked about before on my channel, something I cannot live without, are my daily digital planners. Every single morning before I do literally anything else, whether that is shower, have breakfast, film a video, literally anything, I will grab my iPad, open up my digital planner, which I usually take for free off of Pinterest, and then I write out my entire day's plan from the minute I first wake up to the last second before I go to bed. I first realized that I really needed to do this when I was originally just writing out my to-do list every day, and by the end of the day I was not getting certain things done. I was not being as productive as I wanted to. I would have like 10 things on my to-do list and only get like 2 or 3 things done, and also just felt like I really didn't have a solid organization on how I went about my days. So that is when I first began transitioning from writing everything in a to-do list format and began writing everything in a daily schedule format. I included every single minute thing I had to do every day, whether it was filming and editing a YouTube video, going on a Starbucks run, even something as simple as sitting down and going through my business email inbox, because if it wasn't on my list, I wasn't gonna get it done. Every single thing that I need to get done every day has its own time block in my daily schedule, so that as soon as I sit down to start working for the day, I have a full-on plan of attack. I know everything I'm going to get done and in exactly what order. Having practically every hour of my entire day booked and planned not only helps me get more things done and be more productive, but also just overall feel like I have everything more together and more organized. So for anybody planning to work for yourself in the new year, or if you're already working for yourself but feeling super disorganized, that is something I cannot recommend enough. Second thing I recommend is give yourself permission to get freaking comfortable. I have seen so many people on Pinterest and YouTube who talk about working remotely who will tell you that if you want to be productive working from home, you have to get into the mindset as if you're going into the office and get dressed to go into the office. No, you freaking don't. Unless you have some kind of a job where you have employees or clients that you have to meet face to face over camera or something like that, stay in your freaking pajamas or your sweatpants or your oversized hoodies, literally whatever you're comfortable in. You know how when you used to go to school for like 10 hours a day, you'd come home and the first thing you do is pop the buttons on your jeans or fully get changed? You are not going to be productive if you're not comfortable. You are not going to be any more productive just because you get dressed in some fancy clothes that are not all that comfortable. In fact, you're probably going to get more done if you're at your most comfortable. So take this video as full-on permission to stay as comfortable as you want to be all day long as you get things done. My next tip to you is to create a workspace that you cannot wait to wake up and work in. Full honesty, my apartment is my favorite place on the face of the earth. I could literally stay in here 24/7 and never want to leave. However, in terms of work and productivity to actually get things done, I have found for me that my most productive workspace is going upstairs to my parents' condo and working out of there because we live in the same building. So every day I go upstairs to my parents' condo, my mom works out of their home office, and I work in a separate room. For whatever reason, it just drives me every single morning to get up out of bed, prep all of my stuff, pack up my bag, take it upstairs, and work out of their apartment. My mom and I have joked for the longest time that we're like colleagues working out of 2 different rooms in the same space. It really is just so much more productive having my mom there, having someone to talk to, somebody to be with on my lunch break, and I just find that way I'm a lot more productive and get a lot more things crossed off of my daily schedule. So whether for you it is your home office or your favorite coffee shop or some kind of communal workspace, find for you whatever workspace gets you the most excited to get up and be productive, that inspires you to get the most work done, and you will be productive. Now this is definitely one thing that not enough people talk about when it comes to productivity, and that is staying staying hydrated. Studies show that even a 1% dehydration can lead to an overall 12% decrease in productivity. A 3 to 4% dehydration can lead to a 25% decrease in productivity, which, as you can imagine, just gets worse and worse the more and more you get dehydrated. So when you get that midday feeling where you feel your energy levels start to crash, you find it really hard to stay concentrated, you find it really hard to stay motivated and actually get things done, chances are your body is thirsty as heck and needs to be rehydrated. So the trick is to never actually let your body get to that point. Always have some kind of water source at your side and keep yourself hydrated all day long. Can confirm, ever since I made a conscious effort to drink a gallon of water every day and stay hydrated every single hour of the day, I have been the most productive ever. So if you are not drinking enough water every hour, every day, or even worse, not drinking any water every day, you are definitely contributing to your lack of productivity and your lack of energy to get things done. If you want to be your most productive possible, make sure you stay hydrated. While working for yourself remotely, I cannot stress the importance and the usefulness enough of the Pomodoro technique. If you are unfamiliar with this technique or this concept, it's basically a strategy where you alternate between periods of productivity and rest. So you set a timer for, say, 25 minutes, and for those 25 minutes you keep your head fully focused in whatever it is you're working on, cut off all distractions, you're not picking up your phone, not talking to anybody, not doing anything but working. Then once that 25-minute period is done, then you begin a period of 5 to 15 minutes of rest where you do literally whatever you want, whether it's having a conversation with somebody, checking your social media, or literally whatever else. Then once those 5 to 15 minutes are over, then you begin a new interval of 25 minutes and start over the cycle again. By using the technique of Pomodoro and having these intervals of 25 minutes of productivity and 5 to 15 minutes of rest all throughout your workday, you are creating a perfect balance of productivity and rest and recharge. To make it easier for myself, I downloaded the Be Focused app on my phone, where basically you set a 25-minute timer, get all of your productivity stuff done. Then once that timer is done, it begins a 5 to 15-minute rest period. Once that's done, you get back into being productive. For me, this technique and this strategy has been bar none incredible, bulletproof. I have never been so productive in my life, so I definitely cannot recommend it enough. One other thing I definitely cannot stress the importance of enough is the importance of investing in ergonomic office supplies. Whether that be an ergonomic desk chair or keyboard or computer mouse or a desk. If you have some kind of remote job or business where you work sitting at a desk or your computer for long periods of time, you're going to be getting all kinds of body aches in your lower back, in your neck, in your wrist, in your hands, all of which obviously are not good for you. But fortunately, there are so many ergonomic office supplies out there you can invest in. Literally just do an Amazon search for ergonomic office supplies and you'll see so many different ones come up. The main purpose of all these different ergonomic office supplies being to take all this pressure off of your back and your neck and your wrist, where oftentimes you will develop these aches and pains. It's basically going to help prevent any of those aches and pains from developing and keep your body at its healthiest point. Of course, most of these are going to come with a pretty hefty price tag, but the good thing is that if you are a self-employed person, all those things are a tax write-off and deductible. So anything that you spend on to build up your home office is a tax write-off. I just always like to think that any money you spend or invest in your overall health and well-being is always worth the price. But that, you guys, is it for this video. Those are all the biggest tips, tricks, and things that have changed my life when it comes to remote work and working for yourself. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want to see a part 2 or even a series of these videos, let me know because I have so many more things I could share. As always, hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you all so much for watching. Love you all to the moon and back, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!